Mic check. Are we live? Let me check out my audio first, okay? Before I start talking. So, okay, audio's okay. So, I have an SW Toys, Lord of the Caspian Sea, also known as Captain Barbossa, from the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. He was the first main villain, and of course, he was done very well. If you still remember the franchise, a really fun character, a really fun franchise back then. And this is the first thing that I got from KG Hobby, and it took about a month for them to ship. But that's not because of their fault. It's because their shipping system has to go through the Philippine postal system, and the Philippine postal system is just really bad. So that's what I do. I talk a lot before I unbox these things. And man, looking at the box, if this is the figure itself, SW Toys with tough guys, I guess. Man, the only reason they did this is because they really, really, really love the franchise. You see, the the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise is not popular anymore. Johnny Depp is, he got his fame, a bit of fame back, reputation back rather, with that thing that happened like almost a year ago. But this is a figure, man. This is made out of pure love, and I really like it that they did this, that there's passion in SW Toys, that they still wanted to complete the line. And as you can see, based on the cover alone, okay, this is reminiscent of the DX15, Hot Toys DX15 base. It shares similarities, and I love it. I love the pirate aesthetic, and I'm glad that it can be represented by 1/6 figures. So let's hurry up and unbox this and see if it's any good. This is the first figure I got from SW Toys, so I'm a bit nervous and excited because, as with all third-party products, you're usually surprised at how good they are or how bad they are. So first impressions, we don't know. Head sculpt. Okay, it's a bit soft. Right off the bat, this is not Hot Toys. The sculpt is really, really soft. It looks like a toy. It looks like a mannequin. And oh, his angles came off. So the texture of the costume, it's not very good. I own the DX15, and unfortunately, it has a battery. What is this for? So anyway, I have the DX15, and the DX15 is a whole class into itself. The tailoring and stuff, sad to say, man, it feels a bit cheap. Yeah, I hated to say that because I know this project was made out of love, because there wasn't a demand for the franchise, so they still decided to do this, and there must be a consideration to budget if you decide to do something, because it's a passion project. So I think this counts as it. Okay, glad that the ankle snapped back in. No split cut boot, so I don't usually mind those because these figures, they're not really, super. I wouldn't pose them in crazy ways. You see, this pose is already good enough for me. Something like this. It's almost a museum pose, right? It's like, come here, boy, and listen to my tales of pirate bravery or pirate corruption. Yeah, the tailoring, it's just sad that it's going to be compared to the DX15 because, the DX15 it's going to be standing there, and you will see the drop in quality, especially if this stands to Hot Toys. But however, funny thing, I have the earlier Jack Sparrow figure, the Cannibal King, and that one was bad. So they actually look like they belong in the same era, like vintage style. I'm not sure when this was actually released, because back when I was trying to get it, it was sold out in Toys Wonderland. So there's that, and but at least they made goblets. So pirates and drinking and getting drunk, and monkey's well done. Yeah. Surprisingly, the monkey, Captain Barbossa's monkey, is not so bad at all. Let's try to. It's not so bad at all. The sculpt is very soft, but the monkey, since it's small, you wouldn't really notice it. So it comes with a bunch of hands. As usual, they're not sculpted very well. They feel like plastic. Oops. They feel like toys. They're not in any way realistic. Yeah, so this isn't really a home run. This is more of for completionist sake that you want, because let's face it, aside from DX15 and Davy Jones, which is very rare, most of the Pirates of the Caribbean Hot Toys, they're old figures and they're not done very well. So there's that. So if you compare this to the other Hot Toys figure, like the later movies, Feng Sao and the other characters, this one's actually one of the better ones, just because those were done really badly. So it comes with a sword. It's die cast, but first impressions, man, it actually feels cheap. I mean, it's heavy, it has a weight to it, it's really die cast, but I think there's something with the weathering and the paint that isn't just done very well. I can't help but always think of the DX15, so that's the standard that I hold on to. And the paint job and the weathering, this is also die cast. This is heavy. This is heavier than most guns you will get from any other figure, but the paint feels a bit lacking. It's not really high quality or something. You wouldn't brag about its quality. Okay, so that's what it comes with. There's only 2 trays and the base. As for the base, I like that it looks wet. See how it glistens in the light? It looks like there's actual water in it. The rock though could use an improvement, but I love this one. The paint job and the base a lot better than the quality of the sword, the cutlass, I guess that's what you call this, and I don't know what you call this kind of firearm, the pirate gun. You could give this to the Predator, just for laughs, just to make just to resurrect the franchise. Okay, this one is very loose. You're supposed to glue it or something. It has some weird marks in it. So if you plan to use this in the base, know that it's not entirely secure, and if you glue it, you could use some putty in it. If you're gonna glue it, know that it's gonna be permanent. So I'm just gonna use some blue tack on it, just so it would stick better. But yeah, this is budget cuts right here. So final impression, this figure, you'd only get it because you have a Pirates of the Caribbean shelf. I mean, you love the movie, the franchise once upon a time resonated with you like it did with me. I mean, I really enjoyed Pirates of the Caribbean, and I also, more than that, I like the pirate aesthetic. Actually, I like the pirate aesthetic more than I like the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. It reminds me of a very good friend, because she's into pirates. So we sort of have that thing that back when we were younger, we always talk about going in a costume, and she would always think of going out as a pirate, and I'd be some goth kid or whatever. Okay, this doesn't go in. I think I'm supposed to remove the bandana for this to completely go in. Let's try to look at that cover. Okay, the bandana is here. Okay, wait. It's here. So I don't know why mine doesn't fit as snugly. Yeah, it doesn't fit. You have to, I don't know, blow dry it, like run it through a blow dryer. Yeah, so this one, it looks better now, but it doesn't fit right. You have to fudge with it or angle it the right way. So I forgot how much I got this for, but know that it's a third party figure, and when I say that, I mean that the quality is far from Hot Toys quality. This isn't Hot Toys quality at all. It looks like a House of Wax or something, Madame Tussauds. It's a very soft sculpt. It's not Hot Toys quality at all. So the question is, am I disappointed? No, I'm not disappointed. You know why? It's because I'm just happy that there's a representation of Captain Barbossa in 1/6 scale. I know that the day will come that no one will recognize this character, but at least that's why I have this video to talk about it and talk about this character, who was funny, a funny villain with confused motivations. So it's not as bad as Davy Jones. Even Davy Jones was a tragic villain. This one, though, just had confused and selfish motivations. So that's it. So thank you for checking out the stream, checking out this video, because these videos are intended to be recordings. And I'm gonna enjoy this figure. I have a spot ready for it in the pirate shelf, and at least I'm not sure whether he'll be wielding weapons or wielding goblets. So thank you and have a nice day.